Just watch. Just watch. In the quiet of the night, I call your name. Echoes of your laughter still play the same. Memories of us danced in every room. Now I'm lost in shadows, wrapped in the gloom. Where did you go? My heart's missing piece, leaving me here in a world with no peace. So I'm sending out my heart like a message in the sky, hoping somewhere you can hear the echoes of my sigh. Every moment without you feels like a million years. I'm still holding on, drowning in these tears. I tread the path where we used to roam. Each step a reminder I'm so far from home. The stars whisper secrets of love that we had, but the empty space only makes me feel sad. Time won't heal this wound inside without you, darling. There's nowhere to hide, so I'm sending out my heart like a message in the sky, hoping somewhere you can hear the echoes of my sigh. Every moment without you feels like a million years. I'm still holding on, drowning in these tears. In the silence, I'll keep your memory alive. But without your touch, I can't seem to survive. In the shadows I hear the whispers of fate, fighting dragons and demons. I can't hesitate. With a fire in my heart, I will stand my ground. Every battle I face, a new strength I found. Can you feel the power, the warrior's might? Fighting dragons and demons, side by side. In the heart of the battle, we won't run or hide. With courage like fire, we'll conquer the night. Together we'll shine, our spirits in flight. The steel in my hand, I'm ready to ignite. Through the trials and struggles, I'll embrace the night. Forging my destiny, I won't back down. In this epic saga, I wear my crown. Together we rise, nothing can hold us back. Fighting dragons and demons, side by side. In the heart of the battle, we won't run or hide. With courage like fire, we'll conquer the night. Together we'll shine, our spirits in flight. Every dragon fallen, every demon slain, we'll tell our tales of glory etched in the flame. In the back of the club where the lights never shine, I see your reflection, but you're lost in the line. We dance through the chaos, we laugh through the pain, but you slip through my fingers like the tears in the rain. You were my fire, now I'm left with the smoke. A heart full of silence and a promise that broke. You chased down the darkness, thought it was a friend. Now I'm standing here broken, wishing it would end. Your whispers were sweet, but they turned into chains, wrapped around your soul, driving you insane. I tried to pull you back, but you ran from the light. Now I'm haunted by shadows, screaming through the night. You were my fire, now I'm left with the smoke. A heart full of silence and a promise that broke. You chased down the darkness, thought it was a friend. Now I'm standing here broken, wishing it would end. Every empty bottle tells a story of fate. Every scar on your heart, a love that can't wait. I'm screaming your name in a world gone so numb, but you're lost in the echoes, nowhere left to run. Nowhere left to run. You are my fire, I'm left with this flame. Left outside. here broken, wishing it would end. In the silence I linger with memories of you. A bittersweet melody, a love that was true. I'll carry your ghost in the songs that I sing. But the pain of your absence is a heavy, dark thing.
Embarrassed. Okay, that's embarrassing. I think the only people that heard me was TikTok. Um, but anyways, yeah, I'm just playing some AI music. Some of it is my lyrics that I put into it. Like I sung. Some of them I'm not. I just play around with it. Uh, this app is pretty cool. I definitely encourage people to if you like music, if you like to create music, whatever. If you have a hobby, it's just a hobby. So go ahead and do it. It's kind of an addicting social media type website in a way because you can talk with other creators and whatnot. But um, it's pretty cool. You can upload your own audio. You can rendition your own music, so it's kind of cool. Um, the two songs that I did create one song for a class where I had to use my own voice using this app, and I had to create like a video using AI, using like ChatGPT type stuff, and it was fun. It was a lot of work. It took me like 2 weeks to create it all together and put it together. I didn't get a very good grade on that one, but I think I got like a B, which shit for me, honestly. But yeah, I did that particular song that you saw, which was Skid Row Molly, which is I don't know, like most of us, I have a different version of that song, but everybody's gone through shit, heartache, whatever it may be, loss, whatever, you know, I don't know. It's a way I can like express my poetry, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much my spiel there. But I'm glad that you guys are joining me wherever you're joining me from, Twitch, X, or YouTube, or even over on TikTok. I appreciate everybody. Um, but yeah, I think what I'm going to do tonight is just play some music and chill. If you guys have any requests, you can write me. I will see the messages pop up on all the social medias, probably instead of TikTok. So if you guys are seeing the little banner below and you'd like to go over to any of those socials, you can. And you can request a song. I might be able to find it. Um, but I'm going to play some other songs and I'm going to go away for a moment. So, all right. Thank you.
Broken up and ready to go. Nothing's gonna heal I'm dreading all the evil inside. You let it in, didn't you? Just keep on coming at me like I owe you more. can't give what you need, and I'm not your cure. Everything is fine on this world. It's not just maybe I can't break it no more, 'cause I'm dying again. You swore you'd never change. Changed the second it hurt. Lit the match and walked away. Watched the whole thing burn. I'm stuck in the smoke while you just fade. Nothing left to say. I'm screaming in the sun. Can you even hear me? While you're sleeping through the storm, while I'm torn. This heart was never mine, but you pulled out apart. You tore it out and swore I'd be fine. I'm breaking at the core. I'm dying again, and I don't wanna feel anymore. Cages burned and stories fade. The ghost still haunts the mess you made. I built you temples, you lit them in flames. You love the chaos. I needed calm. Still held on. Still held on. This isn't healing, it's just decay. But I can't seem to walk away. You said we'd be forever. Now I'm drowning in the nether. You watched me fade, but never felt the weight. I'm screaming in the sun. You're not listening while you're sleeping through the storm. I'm not your cure. This heart was never mine, but you tore it out. You tore it out and swore further I'd be fine, but I'm breaking at the core. I'm dying again, and I don't wanna feel anymore. All the love I gave shattered on the floor. You danced on the pieces like you wanted more. Tell me, was I just another scar? Just a name on your collection of broken hearts. I'm screaming in the silence while you're sleeping through the storm. Oh, this heart was never violent. You tore it out and swore that I'd be fine without you. I'm breaking at the core. I'm dying again, and I don't wanna feel anymore.
Mic's muted. My mic was muted again. I'm so rude. So that was just a weird screaming in the silence song, kind of a sad song. If I ruined your mood, I'm sorry. But anyways, that was Screaming in the Silence by myself. Gosh, my ego is huge. But yeah, that was just one of the mini songs that I've written because I'm bored, especially during the winter months in Montana. Like, you don't really have, like, I mean, you can get, if you're an outdoors person in the winter, like skiing, whatever, snowboarding. I'm not any of those. You kind of just buckle down and do whatever else, I guess music, right? Um, but again, thank you guys for coming in uh, to to the feed wherever you're watching from. Hope that you're having a good evening or a morning or whatever else you're doing. Um, I guess I could play something different. I don't really like this library. It's kind of like my library, but I like sharing shit with people. If you guys want this app, you can go to suno.com. There's also an app only on the Apple Store, so it only supports iPhones that I know of. I don't think it supports Samsung or Google. But if you're looking for an iPhone app that you can bring your creation to, it's the Suno app, and you can do it. You can sign up for free. They do have a premium, like plus or whatever, but it's not. It's kind of expensive. Um, but they may have a free trial or whatever that you can try if you're really into making music. Some of the what I've read about this particular AI is a lot of the like a lot of celebrities are using it, like musicians, just to kind of give them an idea of what they can write. It's kind of interesting. I could see that being kind of a thing in the future. Like if you just have a block and you're going to use AI. So it's not all bad. Um, there are things that, I don't agree with AI on, of course, but this is kind of like one of those things that's kind of like innocent type stuff. You can't like copy someone else's song and like put it on here though. There's like restrictions, so you can't take a Blink 182 song example and put it into the creation tab. It will flag it pretty quickly. Um, but that is just kind of like one of the things that people have to watch out for because they try to do that. I'm sure there are some AI apps like that you can do that on, like Donna, the Donna app. It's not as good. It kind of makes it you don't have as many options. Like you can't really create a song with your own voice and then put uh, music around it like this app. So all right, like I said, I'm gonna go into the library real quick. We're gonna find some other stuff. And again, you're watching Late Night Burrito. So I know it's a stupid name. I couldn't think of any names for my show. Maybe I'll think of a better one down the road. But yeah. So let's see what we got. Got 21 songs in here. Yeah. Mm, there's really nothing I like in this one either. Sorry, folks. Thanks for your patience. And it's loading. And it's loading. Come on. All right. So I'm gonna play "The Wolves of the Ridge." It's a it's kind of a song that basically I wrote, um, kind of in what's going on in the Gaza Strip, and also it's kind of talks about children uh, losing their mothers in the dead of night, getting killed. They're just you see all those videos of children walking basically in rubble, and they're hungry, and they don't have their mom or they don't have their dad, and they're orphans. And obviously anybody that's aware of what's going on knows it's a complete tragedy. In the news, Greta, if you've ever heard, she was sailing into Gaza on a boat, which I commend her for that. I don't agree with a lot of some things that she believes in, but when it comes to freeing Palestine, I do, and the people of Gaza as well, and just coming together. And I feel like there's so much bad stuff that goes on in that particular side of the world all the time. It's just kind of been the bed basket of war, last forever, probably seems like. And you know we need to be more. Uh, Americans need to be more show more empathy towards the people of Palestine, but also keep in mind that we need to end bigotry as well of all forms. If we got to be careful what we say about Jewish people. Still, we should still respect them as human beings, even though we don't agree with maybe their Zionist ideology. We still respect them as a human, but we can put that aside and not them aside, like not as a human being. Sorry, I just rambled, but like as people. And I think a lot of people just don't see that. I mean, I live in a state where we don't have a lot of Jewish people, but we do have a small community, and the ones that I've met are extremely thoughtful. Some of them are not Zionist. Not every Jewish person is. And one of the biggest problems that I have with the left or supposed left is one of the things is that they do wrong is they get so into a situation, and then they start to become anti-Semitic. They start to listen to like people like the Lucas Gages and whatnot, and they become what we fear people to become, which is hateful, um, neo-Nazi type like thinking. And that's my great uncle who fought in World War II, who was killed by the Germans. He didn't die for Americans to become Nazis. He fought for us to become a respectful nation. And I feel like the last this administration and the last administration, obviously, they haven't done shit. They've given millions and or billions of dollars in aid, or it's not really aid, military weapons to a country that doesn't deserve it. And it's just really sad, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna play the song. I'm very passionate about that particular situation. I know it's been over 600 days um, since the genocide started. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play The Wolves of the Ridge. I'm going to go away for 3+ minutes and enjoy. Thank you for watching Late Night Burrito.
The wolves of the ridge, yeah, they're closing in. black boots stomping with that cold dead grin, blood-soaked fists and a battle cry. They say it's defense, but it's all a lie. They build the chaos, then play the cure. Kicking down doors, can't take no more. They steal the light and leave us blind. Choke the truth with dollar signs. You hear the crying down the street. Mom's gone missing, kid can't sleep. The clocks tick down, we brace for pain. It's always the same, always the same. Robbing the children in the dead of night. Mothers disappear without a fight. Unmarked graves in shallow ground. No peace here, just silence and sound. People weep loudly around 11:45, holding on just to feel alive. When the clock strikes midnight, how, fuck. They got barbed wire hearts and riot minds, painted fear in warning signs, saying we protect, but look who bleeds. They write their laws and break the creed. No names left to call, no voice to scream. A nightmare sold us the American dream. But we're not dead, we're buried deep, and we've been sharpening our teeth. Sirens sing like lullabies underneath these toxic skies. But we're not numb, we're not done. We're fighting back till the morning comes. Robbing the children in the dead of night. Mothers disappear without a fight. Unmarked graves in shallow ground. No peace here, just silence and sound. People weep loudly around 11:45, holding on just to feel alive. When the clock strikes midnight, fuck. Can't bury the rage. We're out of our cage. We're not afraid. We're not your slaves. You wrote the rules, now burn the page. Robbing the children in the dead of night. We see through your fake spotlight. Unmarked graves won't hide your shame. We howl back now, we call your name. People rise up around 11:59. Hearts beat loud like battle lines. When the clock strikes midnight, fuck.
All right. Well, that was The Wolves of the Ridge. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope, that was just kind of like one of the songs that I wrote. Like I said, in the before the song, it was kind of inspired by the events that are going on in Gaza. We pray, obviously, for those people's safety every day. As Americans, we don't understand what it's like to, or some of us, anyways, we don't understand what it's like to go starving. We don't understand necessarily what it's like to have our homes taken from us in the middle of the night by an occupied force just coming in and killing people. We see the horror, but we don't probably, as Americans, we don't really grasp it until it's too late. And that could happen to our country someday. You never know. it just breaks me down, man. Like I feel, um, as much as I've advocated almost 2 years now, um, against what's going on there. I lost one account on Twitter because I was so adamant and so passionate. And I think what happened was I didn't learn a lesson. I learned my lesson by not arguing with people like Zionists because they will jump on us and they will call us every single name in the book and they will demean and hurt and harm, and it can be really psychological, like really hard every day to be in that situation. And I don't know, there were days where I was super depressed because I was posting so much that it became like a job. I had to keep up with all the news information. I had to keep up with what people are saying, what evil people are saying. Um, and I'm trained in journalism, so it's like it's not hard, but I had I was working for a pretty big company, and also when I was done with that, I would go and do like 8 hours of posting stuff or finding information when I could, and I got burnt out. And there is a thing called social media burnout, and that's a real thing. It's you know I'm glad that I have the accounts that I have, and they're not like too too big. I mean, my last account that it got taken away from me last March, it wasn't like super huge, but it was big enough to make some noise, make some people uncomfortable. And man, that account myself um, went through quite a bit of shit uh, during that, from probably 2021 all the way up to um, 24. And you know I'm I'm thankful for the people that I've met, because if you don't have allies on social media, you're going to drown yourself. Like, and that's the truth. um and it's just interesting, the enemies that you make along the way on this Twitter or X journey, whatever you want to call the platform. um it's been quiet. I'm kind of in a dormant stage, and I kind of like it. To be honest, I'd rather live in that than anything. Um, all right. Well, we're at 40 minutes into the show. I'm gonna play one more song and then I'm gonna go hit the hay. But I do appreciate everybody. I'm gonna go away before I say goodnight just for a sec, and I'm gonna play a song for you folks.
Anemic dreams pierce my soul. I see Jesus, Buddha, and the devil all having a drink. Stumbled in with hollow bones, sacred heart, and a bag of poems. Jesus grins through cigarette smoke, devil downs chin like it's a joke. Buddha just breathes in the neon light. Take my seat, fuck it, why fight? Hookah rolls from left to right, ashes fall like stars. Laughter shakes the Union Club walls. Egos dance and the ceiling falls. A drink slips, stains her crimson dress. We're still spinning in this holy mess. I see Jesus, Buddha, and the devil all having a drink. Lost in the blur, too far to think. Holy visions through a poison wake. And we dance and we sing. She smiles at me like a loaded gun. I think my gin and tonics come undone. Dividing over second round. Let's burn this whole illusion down. The elevator opens, no one there, just a breath of sin and static air. She walks out like a line from Keats, barefoot truth on a bed of beats. Her eyes don't lie, they resurrect this fever dream I can't protect. She says you're not broken, just too real, then kisses me like a closing piece. What if God's just drunk and bored? What if sin's the only cure? We're bleeding light from every pore, laughing as we beg for more. I see Jesus, Buddha, and the devil all having a drink. My sanity's parched on the brink. Holy chaos in a cocktail's clink. And we dance and we sing. The dress still stains, the truth still stings, but we keep twirling through shattered things. Dividing over the rain. She's the ghost that sets me free. Yeah, they're all having a drink, and I think they're laughing at me.
All right. Well, that was The Divine Hangover. That song. So this was back in, I don't know, late 2000s, during my when I drank a lot. And I went to the Union Club in Missoula, Montana, and I was with my friends, and we arrived at the Union Club, and it was like, I don't know, it was like a Union clubs. They're, if you've ever been to one, they're basically ran by the union, like a IBEW or whatever, other unions as well. And it's just a place where you go and get drunk and have fun, and you know. But anyways, I go there, and it was like, I don't know, it was like some type of techno night or fucking dance craze night or whatever. And my friend's like, "Hey man, take this pill, dude." And I'm like, "Okay." And I chug it down with my beer or whatever. And it happens to be like something that I shouldn't have had. And yeah, it was crazy. And I started to like go crazy in the, like, on the dance floor. Like I'm not really a dancer. I was just like out there like all crazy and stuff. And my friend got it on like a camcorder. He was like recording, and I'm just out there like having a great time. And I literally like thought I saw the devil, like, in God. Buddha just kind of added to the song, but I just like sitting at the table, like looking at me. And it was like, I knew like that was like, I was tripping. Like, and that was pretty crazy. I remember the hangover that next day, and I was just like, oh fuck, man. Like, I just woke up, and I don't even remember how I got home. I, I might have drove home, which was like extremely stupid. Keep in mind, I was like in my 20s, and I was wild and free, right? But yeah, back then, I I probably was on borderline alcoholism. And, thank God that I have a daughter who's 9, who I live for. And the reason why I don't really consume alcohol is because of her. When she came into my life, like, it was the best day of my life, obviously, and you want your children to mimic your behaviors or you be an even better human being, right? And, I haven't been the best dad. I won't lie, but I strive to be. And I get emotional thinking about this because I haven't seen my daughter for 2 years. And I think about her sweet face and what she's doing, and she's all the way over in North Carolina, which is 2,000 plus miles away from Montana. And I'm trying to get in contact with her, and I reached out to this like counselor, and basically she supposedly is this reconciliation counselor, which um a lot of people in like the counseling world haven't really a lot of people have told me in Montana anyways, it's not really a thing. Maybe in other states it is. And I talked to her like 2 weeks ago, and she said, "Oh, I'm gonna get back to you tomorrow, and we'll make a time so that you can see your kid." And it just, I mean, like, I don't know. It hurts. For those who are fathers and you get to see your kid every day and you get to hug them and love them, that's what you need to do. You need to make time for them because their growth matters. Um, whew, it's just it's daunting. It's daunting. Um, but I look at a picture of my daughter every day. I work through the frustration the best that I can. Some days I'm angry, some days I'm sad, some days I'm like overwhelmed, overstimulated. Um, some days I just want to give up and just hide, but I can't because there is an outside world, and in order to be sane, you have to go outside and see the world and do things. And right now I'm just kind of, I mean, yes, I have family, but in a lot of ways I'm doing it alone. And it sucks, to say the least. um you open up your heart to someone, and then you have a child with them, and they mentally abuse you for a decade. And I know I'm trauma venting right now, and I apologize if I'm doing being too much, but I choose to be real. I choose to embrace this new me, um and try to get through as much as I can. um yeah, for sure. um but just remember that you have a kid, hug them, love them, tell them that they're tell them that they're amazing and bright, beautiful and bright. If you have a son, tell them they're amazing and handsome. Um, you know, little kids need to hear those words. They need to hear them. Like Ellie and I had the thing where from the time that she could walk to the time that she could talk to, I would pick her up, and she would I would pick up Ellie, and we would look out at the Bitterroot Mountains, which it's a mountain range in western Montana. And we'd look out at the mountains together, and I would say, "Those are Ellie's mountains," and she'd go, "Daddy, those are my mountains." Like, and we did that every single time that we were together, like in the morning. And I did that too with her till she was about 6. And it was kind of a tradition that me and Ellie had. Just me and her. I know it's kind of like a thing I know that dads probably do, but that was like a special moment between my daughter and myself that I will cherish forever. And it's just hard. It's so hard. And like I said, adore your children, love them, challenge them, hope for they to be a better version of you. But yeah, before I tear up, I'm gonna play one more song. I just decided I'm not gonna go to sleep because I don't like to go to sleep when I'm emotional. So I'm just gonna go away for a minute and play one more song.
I grew up wearing DC's porch swing crown, counting stars like burning prayers till world shut down. Tallies on the table, breathing smoke like sin. Punk as hell, stupid grins, but we lived again. We were lightning in a glass of gin, howling loud at the shape we're in. Laughing till our lungs gave out on that cracked old swing where we worked it out. No heroes here, just broken threads, bloodshot eyes, and things unsaid. We all walk the broken heart parade, defeat by defeat, but we never strayed. Not icons, not clean, just pinheads with a war machine. We all walk the line, hands and fists, checkered past and dirty wrists. Hellgate winds scream through our sins, still we howl through the snap-dragon winds. Divorced twice, hell maybe thrice. Some had kids, one lost his life. We carry names in the ink on skin, and how when the memories pull us in. The Chinook roars like a bastard hymn through the broken teeth of mountain wind. Montana cold, frostbit hearts, but we stayed sharp in the blackest parts. Time don't heal, it hardens bone. We're still out here, swinging alone. Maybe cracked, maybe cursed, but we spit blood first. We are not the lucky ones. We are what the fire becomes. We all walk the broken heart parade, defeat by defeat, but we carved our way. No saints, no frames, just rusted fists and phantom flames. We all walk the line, torn and thin, still running fast from the mess we're in. Hellgate roars, the mountain grins, and we still burn in snap and winds. Pour torchlight days and the stars we chased till they slipped away. The swing still creaks, the night still spins, and I'd do it all again.
All right. Well, that's a night. That's a wrap. Thank you guys for coming out to, or I guess, watching the show, wherever you're watching it from, maybe Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube, or TikTok. I appreciate everybody's time. Again, this is Jonathan. This is Late Night Burrito. Have a good evening. Sleep well. Don't let the bugs bite. And remember to spay and neuter your dogs and cats. Unless you want kittens, because I kind of like kittens. All right. Anyways, good night.